Alright, so if you sometimes the cultivating will not work, and then the cultivator fails. But if that happens, it's not that big of a deal. Just spawn like a failure source, zombie pigman, or a creeper. I don't really know the chances of which one it'll do. But if that happens, which it usually happens, and where did my iron go? It happens sometimes, but usually when I put pork in, I always get like a good one. So that's unfortunate, but not the end of the world, because you can just, if your cultivating fails, and it gives you the water, it doesn't give you the bucket back, it gives you 3 iron though, so you can just basically just make another one. So then I'm gonna try that again. Oops, there. So I'm going to try that again, and hopefully it won't fail this time, because that would really blow. So, I'm going to go into survival. So, there we go. Sorry about that. That was just a little bit of a hassle. Next we have scarab tools. Now, scarab tools, you basically just put a gold or an iron tool, or no, gold or diamond tool, with a scarab gem in the crafting square, and you get a scarab tool. Scarab tools are the exact same thing. Scarab tools are the exact same thing as the diamond tool. So, moving on, we have skull armor. Now, skull armor you can use to make the ribcage. You put it just like this, and I already have one on, and it gives you. It's very helpful armor, because without it, you already have 8 bars of armor. So that's, so like it gives you 4.5 shirts. Moving on, we have the shin guards, where you can get leg bones, which you get from fossils, and they give you 3.5. Then we have the skull helmet. Basically, you just put 2 bones like that and 2 bones like that, and then you get a skull, which also you get from that. And it has to be the item skull. It looks like that. It can't be this skull. And then we can make feet with this. If you get 2 foots, you get 2 feet, and top bones, then you get that. Also, another thing you can do is you can bash up skulls into bone meal, which isn't the best use for them, but you can still do it. Well, that was a big lag spike. So moving on, we have Permafrost, and every time you get a failure source, when you kill them, they drop. They drop biofossils. So next we have Permafrost, and this can give you frozen meats, and I have to put it under stone. You find this in the ground, like near lava, because like that's odd. My thing like exploded again. This usually does not happen when I'm playing. So sometimes it fails. You saw like twice. So it sometimes fails, which is a little bit unfortunate, because then like a failure source spawns, or a creeper or something like that. It's kind of distracting me, because I was already moving on with the mod. So here we have all these. It's permafrost, and they can drop stuff. As you can see, I'm getting quite a bit of fern seeds and books and just junk. Really, yes, you see that right there, what just dropped. That's really the main thing you like. So basically, you just want to get the frozen meat. You want to get as much of that as you can. So I'm not going to mine all these, but that's pretty much good. So these you can just, so everything it drops is in this chest. You can get fern seeds, a book, frozen meat, a bone, or a skull. And it doesn't drop more than one, like each. So frozen meat, and where did that villager go I had? So basically, I'll test it out. So you can see I can block with it, which is kind of odd. But as you can see, I'm using this as a weapon. You can actually hit things with it. It'll break instantly, but it will do 3.5 hearts of damage. So it's basically a diamond sword with one use. Another thing you can do is you can put this in the analyzer, and it has a 66% chance to be DNA, or it's just like meat of a different animal. So there we got pork, unfortunately, instead of getting like, so there we got chicken, there we got a piece of beef, I'm not getting too lucky, another piece of beef, and some pork, and then another piece of meat. This is really unlucky. So, but basically, hopefully this will happen. No. Wow, that's really odd. So basically, that has a chance to be an Ice Age animal DNA. So it could be like a mammoth, or a saber-toothed tiger, or a dodo. So that's what animals. And whoa, that was a big lag spike. Apologize. So no, there we go. My ancient sword is done repairing, and I'll show you what it does. It's the exact same durability as an iron sword, but it does a little something special. So if I go over here, it doesn't always do it, but sometimes, there we go. It strikes lightning, as a chance to throw a lightning bolt, which is very cool. So if you're fighting something on a wood platform, it's not always the best idea. So, as you can see, 250 is the exact durability of an iron weapon. I'm going to put the cow that I used to have in here back. I don't know why that guy escaped. So basically, if you put relic scraps, also if you can put relic scraps in the analyzer, I'm just going to put these things in here. Going a little off topic, but it's okay. So you can basically put those in there. So that brings us on to our, well, actually, no, not yet. So basically, you can also cook frozen meat and make it into steaks, which is really not recommended. Then next we have the drum, which is this block, and basically the thing gives you a tip and it says don't hit it when there's don't hit it with a skull stick when adult T-Rexes are around. So basically, you can put it on the ground, it looks like this, and then you can hit it, and then it'll basically order dinosaurs that are tamed. So if you tamed a dinosaur, you can order a group of them with this drum. I'm gonna actually come over here. I don't want my board that I use for crafting recipes. So there we go. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. So now moving on, we have the skull stick, and it looks like that. And basically, you can order a T-Rex with it. Next, we have the skull lantern, which is the exact same light as a jack-o'-lantern. So pretty much, basically, this is the jack-o'-lantern, the same except they look different. Next, we have the whip, and then the whip is used to control dinosaurs while you're riding them. Next, we have quite a big long stage of recipes. So basically, you have a raw chicken soup. You just put a bucket in chicken. Then you can make that raw chicken soup into cooked chicken soup, and then cook chicken soup, you still can't eat it. You have to surround